If you crush a lemon, the lemon juice is bound to come out. Our life is no different. When the crushing is happening here, people, situations, and other people are crushing me here, what is coming out as a behavior out of my mind, out of my life is what is there inside. What is going to decide what comes out? It's nothing outside. People, situations are never irritating. It's my own behavior, my processor that makes me.
Welcome to Inspire Someone Today podcast, a show where we dive into the stories and insights that has the power to create ripples of inspiration in your life. I'm your host Shrikant, and I'm thrilled to be with you on this journey of inspiration. Welcome back, my dear listeners, for this part 2 of our conversation with Dr. Mohit. Our life is a consequence of what we believe. So says Dr. Mohit, and how true through his own work, through his experience. So sit back, listening to this remaining part of this conversation.
Small steps count. Write it. Every single step count. And that is what creates miracles in your life. That is what creates beauty in your life.
And you touch upon another element there, doctor, which was about balance. And you yourself being a full-time practicing doctor, and also doing this particular piece very passionately, going to people, talking to people about beliefs, talking to people about stress management. How do you strike that balance? What are some of those best practices that you adapt to strike that balance and still be good at both the elements of it?
So I'll unravel a very interesting mantra for you. I've been taking sessions on time management. I've been taking sessions on balance. And people ask me that your schedules run from almost 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning till 11:30 p.m. in the night. And how are you working without getting or fetching a sleep for in the afternoon? I don't recommend that, you should be working that much. But I've never tried to manage my time outside. What I do is I only tell them, manage your mind inside. When you manage your mind, program your mind inside, everything outside automatically gets beautifully managed, You are able to align, you are able to do the same task with great focus, with great attention in almost half of the time, and you are able to achieve success in your life. So the biggest mantra that I would like to say is balance is not an outside phenomena. Balance is an inside phenomena, balancing in your thoughts. So my day will typically start with self-care. Simple. 30 minutes of powerful self-care. Self-care means taking care of your mind, taking care of your soul, charging your soul with powerful thoughts, positive thoughts, meditative thoughts will empower you. When your state of mind is easy, comfortable, then I take out little time for my body. It's important. I need to take care of my body. I need to take care, exercise, do yoga, do running, and do a good workout. So not only this, I'm physically exercising my body, I'm also emotionally charging my soul in the morning. So you are all set. You're all prepared at the time when most of the people are sleeping. Most of the people don't get a time that is called the Amrit Vela or the Brahma Muhurat from 2 to 5 a.m. We will all typically get up at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, having a high quality sleep, very powerful sleep, 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, which is emotionally and mentally charging. Then you get up in the morning, meditation charges your soul, brain for positive and powerful thinking, workout for the body. 7:15, I leave my home for work. 7:15, 7:30, it could be 7:45 also, depending on the schedules. And after having a good sattvic breakfast, you go out to your work. Now, it's not that, when you are working, you need to again meditate. You need to do one particular thing. You need to again exercise. No. Your state of mind, your state of emotional state of mind is already balanced and in a very powerful, higher consciousness stage, high frequency state. And in that particular state, your decision power, your ability to analyze the situation, your ability to interpret and look beyond what is obvious is so good that you are able to operate, you are able to judge, you are able to decide on the same things in a quick and a powerful way. That is the level of state of mind that you get. And intermittently, you take out time to just relax, to just listen good music, maybe some meditative music which is playing on the background. just energizing your body with some kind of snack or a high energy protein snack, talking to your friends, decluttering even for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30 seconds. Studies have shown that taking out a 15 to 30 second of break is emotionally so powerful for you that it balances your brain. It completely takes away a significant amount of fatigue out of your body, out of your emotional state. So this is how you work. And all these schedules then run according to the way you want. Why? Because you are in the driver's seat. That is what I was saying. A day before the next day, you are already programmed, you have already visualized, you have already manifested that this is the way I want my days to be run, and then there are certain unexpected sequences which are welcome. They get automatically accommodated, but your state of mind being so balanced, it is unaffected by those unwanted, challenging, different scenes of your life. So again, it is a self-creation. You have to do it for your own self. Managing your mind, your thoughts, not the situations, not the people. First here, your behavior is a completely consequence of what is being processed here. People are not doing according to you. Situations are not there according to you. You will behave only the way you are analyzing it. Let me ask you, Shirikan, what will happen if you press a mango or crush a mango? What juice will come out?
The mango pulp will
Mango
come out.
pulp,
The
or
mango juice
will it be a
gets
watermelon pulp? Isn't it? Come on, you say, don't waste my time. Of course, it will be a watermelon. It will be a mango pulp. If you crush a lemon, the lemon juice is bound to come out. Our life is no different. When the crushing is happening here, people, situations, and other people are crushing me here. What is coming out as a behavior out of my mind, out of my life, is what is there inside. What is going to decide what comes out? It's nothing outside. People, situations are never irritating. It's my own behavior, my processor, that makes me those situations irritating. So work on what is there inside your mind. Choose carefully what you put inside your mind. What ingredients are there? What is the analysis? What are the way you are working, the way you are thinking? Everything is a consequence of your own thoughts, your own inner processor. That's the key. My strong notion is belief is the key. Thoughts are the key. Positive, powerful, purposeful, and meditative thoughts are going to create lovely life.
Doc, I wholesome agree with everything that you have stated, particularly on the element of having those positive thoughts. One challenge, if I were to kind of call out, is in the world that we are, while I would want to have a positive thought, all of it, but the environment around me doesn't necessarily provide me with those positive thoughts. What I mean by that is constant news channels. If you look at it 24/7, nothing but negativity. If you open up newspapers, what you see is not great of positive stuff, even on social media, right? While I, as an individual, want to focus on positive thoughts, build positive thoughts, the environment around is not conducive for that. And one thing you might recommend is stay away from social media, stay away from newspapers. You can do to some extent, you cannot completely offset yourself from that. So how do you recommend that in an environment that we are, we can still go back to having that kind of a positive thought and positive mindset?
You know, Titanic was a big ship, isn't it? It was considered to be unsinkable. This is the way it was marketed and launched. But you know what was the reason Titanic sank? Simple. Because it allowed the water to come inside. That's it, isn't it? You have a small boat on the same sea, it doesn't sink. You have a large ship like Titanic and it sinks. The difference between two is they choose what they allow inside. That's what is important. The environment, what you are talking about, is not created by outward situations. They are created by people like us. People like us. The environment that you say, mahal bahut kharab hai, situations bahut kharab hai, and there are difficult situations, there are challenges outside. Who are creating these challenges? Who are creating these situations? We are creating these situations. Our thoughts are creating these situations. Now, when people are not according to me, when people are talking negative, when people are discussing negative, I have two choices. Or in fact, I would say I have three choices. One is I become the part of the environment. I allow those negative talks. I listen to those negative talks, I absorb those negative talks, and I absorbing and becoming an embodiment of those negative talks, I allow my mind to get completely destroyed and negative. That means I am allowing all the social media, the negative things, the negative discussions, the media that is outside to influence me. And this is happening with most of us. This is a cause of major anxiety, major depression, and major work challenges that we all are facing today. It's the SARS Bahu serials that are running today. The impact on children, the various difficult, the video games that they are playing, which are very, very violent. The scenes, the picturization is so realistic, and they're simulating murders, they're simulating negative things. Even in the social media, even in the television series, look at the way the things are being picturized. And what are we doing? We are absorbing this energy. Once we absorb this energy, our rational thinking, our power to analyze, it completely gets destroyed. We are not able to think rationally, and we are not able to decide in the right way. The second choice that we have is we behave like a neutral player. We don't allow it to get into my body. I ignore it. I don't consume negative social media, and I just carry on with my own work. And the third, more beautiful way is to have a very powerful interference that not only that I don't absorb, I also understand that the outward environment is completely a consequence of my own inner thoughts. I start radiating more beautiful, powerful, and lovely thoughts, isn't it? That is what we all have to do. I'll explain it to you in a more beautiful and a simple way. And you all must listen to this. We go for a lovely program in a fantastic auditorium. And that auditorium has 5,000 seats or 4,000 seats. And we all enjoy that particular day. And we have a beautiful time there. And after that, we make that auditorium obviously dirty. There is dirt everywhere. People are throwing different things and they go off. And auditorium has to be prepared for next day, the same show. Now tell me, Shrikant, and everybody, ask yourself, how many people are required to clean that auditorium? Is it a job of all 5,000 people, or only 5 or 10 people will clean the auditorium? Only 5 and 10 people will. Yeah, a little limited people who have been assigned that job. And if they are able to do that job properly, auditorium will be perfect and clean and prepared for the next show. But if they don't do their job, then it will be dirty and it will not be prepared for the next day. Am I ready to be in that world auditorium? Am I ready to be those 5% of the people? Ask yourself. That is what the beauty of life is. If I'm amongst those 5% of the people, I'm doing my job. You don't need all crores of people of this country to change. Only few people, when they decide to create a powerful and a rational change, everything outside, it starts changing automatically. The environment starts changing automatically. Look at this. You go to somebody's place, the environment is so happy and so nice and so wonderful. And suddenly a person comes who is so sloppy, so crotchety and so, difficult, and he'll bring so much negative energy and the whole environment changes. Everybody is like, oh, what happened? Yaar, pata nahi. It's so bad. And suddenly you are in a place which is so negative environment, and a person with so much powerful energy and vibration, he walks in, he brings so much love and so much joy, and the whole environment changes. Yaar, aapke aane se everything is changed. What? We are creating that environment. So accusing, pointing out at the environment, pointing out at these situations is never going to help us, Shrika. We have to understand that as an individual entity, it's our job to clean up. It's our challenge to create that powerful energy and radiate it outside. And let me tell you, if I'm consistent, again, my thoughts are consistent, your single powerful thought can create miracles in this universe. That is how leaders are born. That is how religious gurus are born. That is how Mahatmas are born. They're not unique to any particular person, Shrika, not at all. People who speak, people who are on YouTube, people who are giving lectures and talks for hours and hours, it is not unique to one particular person's capability. It's unique to a mindset. And today, I'm saying that each one of us has the capability to inculcate and ignite that guru in us. We have the power only and only if we believe in our thoughts, creating that conscious future, not working in an automatic mode, not working in that self-driven mode or autopilot mode. We have to be in the driver's seat. We have to choose and decide the way we work. And then these challenges seem small. These challenges seem very minimal, and the problems seem very small because I know I have the power to create that destiny.
Absolutely. You have given a very good counter argument as to how we can control our environment. The first of the power of 3 round question to you, Doc. 3 book recommendations that you have for all of our listeners.
One is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, number 1. The second one is 9 Lives, gifted to me by one of my dear friends. Fantastic book. That is one of the beautiful books. And the third one that I really love is The Telomere Effect. That's fantastic. That shows that how our lifestyle can completely reprogram our genes. And we have been working on that.
Wonderful. Doc, if you were to give an advice to your older self, what are those 3 advice that you would give to your older self?
My older self, exercise every day. Number 1. Your schedule should be full of a good and a healthy exercise. Have a good diet. Balance your diet. Eat everything in moderation. The Harahachi principle of stop when you are 80% full is very, very important. And then meditate every day. Sleep is an important ingredient. Diet, exercise, and sleep, both for your physical self, for your mental self. A good positive thoughts, exercising for your body and for your mind, and rest not just for the body, but also meditating for your mind is what is important. This is the key. This is the essence. This is the power. And the central aspect of this is having powerful relations, great relations. The key to happy and healthy life.
Wonderful. We spoke a lot about manifestation during our conversation. If you were to share 3 examples of how somebody manifesting something created a very positive impact.
For my own self, I would like to say my first impact, I would share my own examples because why should I be sharing some other's example, My first example is when I was preparing for my cardiology exam, and it was difficult at that particular time to clear that exam in one go. And I was really studying hard. And 6 months to go only, people were saying it is difficult to clear that exam. My teachers, my seniors giving exam with me. But what I did was for those 6 months, I studied hard. I started manifesting that I've already become a cardiologist. 6 months later, I gave only one exam. I cleared that exam. Nobody even discussed the paper with me. When I came out, they told me that, we'll send you a paper with the answers and so that you can give your exam better next year. And I was like really quiet. And 15 days later, when the result came, my rank in the country in first attempt was first. My percentile was 95% and the other one was 78, 77, 76 and 70%. And this is the power of manifestation. And my first example gives a very powerful message that when you glue your intention with imagination and put a do not disturb sign, success has to come to you. No power on earth can take away your success from you. So that was my first example of manifestation. My second example was my own health. My own health. When my brain got operated, I had a lesion again developed in January 2006 in cerebellum. And I was really like working hard and no medicines were showing that particular effect. And that is the time I was a brahmachari. I'm a brahmachari and I was practicing Raj Yoga meditation right from the beginning. That is the time I started working very powerfully on my own brain for a year. And for almost 1 year, complemented my medicines with meditation. And for 1 year, I started creating this belief that this is not going to impact my brain. My brain is free of disease. 1 year later, after practicing meditation from 3 to 4 a.m. every day in the morning, charging water, drinking it, rejecting the disease of the brain, this Raj Yoga meditation created miracles and my scans were repeated, which you can see on my YouTube also. It was phenomenal. The lesion had disappeared out of my brain without surgery. What seemed impossible had become possible. This is the power of manifestation and this is the power of belief. And the third story of manifesting is of powerful and great relations. That is very important, This is a story of healing that showed me the essence of healing. I have been operating patients as the busiest center in the country, in fact, in the Asia Pacific, and we operate more than 60, 70 cases in a single day. A chance came upon when I got a chance to operate only a 22-year-old gentleman many years back without any risk factors. And that is the day I realized that this young gentleman is having a heart attack, and I really need to look at why the heart attack is occurring in him. And when I further analyzed, we were able to make him, we operated on him. He was practically brought dead, his pulseless, BP-less, and his ECG was a flat line. And when he recovered, I talked to him and his family. They were on the verge of a divorce. A 2-year-old marriage was almost shattered. And I really told them that, without any risk factor, you are manifesting this. I gave them only 2 exercises: that have a dinner together every day and sit down with each other and appreciate each other, accept each other. And when you are connected with each other, no internet, no mobile phone, nothing, just do this exercise for 1 month before you are separating from each other. And the second exercise I told to that young girl who was his wife, and asked him that next time when you bring your husband to hospital, I will see him only when you hold his hand and bring to my OPD. And she said, that's only for 1 month. I said, only for 1 month, because then you are separating from each other. She started doing this, and that 1 month changed into 4 weeks to 4 months, and that 4 months to 4 years. And they still come to my OPD. They have withdrawn their divorce papers, and they are connected with each of them very beautifully. This is the power of manifesting good relations in your life. So these examples have shown that by changing your thoughts, you can manifest anything in your life that matters. Self-healing, number 1. The second one is the essence of success. Again, manifesting success by your thought. And the third one is the essence of relationships, the power of relationships. You manifest great relations. This is the power of manifestation.
What powerful stories that is. Thanks for sharing that, Doc. The next on the power of 3 rod question: if we were to make recommendations to get 3 guests on this show, who would those 3 guests be?
This is, a very difficult and interesting question. I would strongly recommend that if you get a chance to hold upon Bruce Lipton. So he's a phenomenal guy. He has worked on thoughts. He has worked on different kind of challenges, and he is easily approachable also. You can catch him that how these kind of thoughts are going to make a difference. I would also recommend BK sister Shivani. She's a phenomenal speaker, and she has the art of simplifying the things and putting them in the right perspective. That is one of the very beautiful things that you can do. And the third one I would really love to listen to somebody is that Simon Creek. So Simon is a phenomenal guy, and his ability to simplify the things is really meticulous. And that is one of the guys, I would love to listen to.
Okay, thank you. So the last of the power of 3 round, Dr. Mohit, is 3 micro experiments that our listeners can do in order to develop a positive mindset. What are those 3 micro experiments that can do starting today?
Very simple. My first thought, first experiment, or first affirmation, I would say not experiment, these are affirmations that you create. For one day, you change your life and thought process. I'm going to give happiness and receive happiness from everyone. Giving happiness is important, but also changing the negative behavior of other people and only accepting happiness is important. We often accept negativities. That is what takes away our negative challenge. So for one day, I'm not going to carry. If somebody is giving you dirt, I'm not going to carry that dirt. I'm not going to also get angry. Instead, because I have to give happiness, I'll give positive and powerful affirmations and happiness to that particular person. Do it for one day, and I guarantee you, one day will completely change your mindset and lifestyle. You will be in a whole new and a different world. This is the power of positive thinking. My second exercise to you, very beautiful exercise, I would say, is practice gratitude and meditate every day. Very important. Every day when you get up in the morning and you sleep in the night, what do? A great actor, as an actor, if he's completed his acting, he will go back to his home. He won't wear the same clothes. He would release his clothes, which are very tight, and he would come in his natural costume. Won't he? He would definitely do that. Similarly, When I am done with my day, I come back to my own state of inner actor. Inner actor means my conscious self, my Raj Yogi self, my meditating self. I let go of all the negativities and positivities of that day. I detach. I practice gratitude. I energize myself. I allow God's love. I allow God's purity. I allow God's happiness and joy. I allow those peace and bliss to shower my soul, empower my soul, program my mind. And I, radiate so much gratitude to God, to nature, and to every human being for teaching me positive and negative aspects of life and making me a better human being. Do this exercise every day in the morning when you get up and in the night. Your life will completely change. Your brain will completely change. And my third mantra and exercise is meditate and energize your food and water. You are 80% of what you are eating and what you are drinking. So I've been a strong believer that having sattvic food, energizing your food with God's love, with God's purity, energizing your food with peaceful and powerful vibrations, charging your water with powerful energy completely changes the structure of that particular energy and of water and food. And it gives me so much energy and makes my soul and body feel completely abundant. This is the power of bhog, or what we call as a prasadam, or what we call as a God's, holy water, whatever you want to. We all have the power to do this. Do this for one day. I'm not saying do this every day. We all do Navaratras, we all do Vrat and Upvas, and at that time we are all eating sattvic. I would say how beautiful our life will be when every moment of our life is sattvic and lovely. So these three exercises of giving to others happiness and remaining yourself happy, meditating in the night and morning and practicing gratitude, creating those affirmations, and eating a good sattvic food and diet, both for your body and mind, is going to create miracles. These are the three simple exercises for one day, and write to me how you feel after one day.
Wonderful. Doc, where's from here? You have had such wonderful success. You have been in the zone of positively influencing a lot many people out there. If you were to kind of look ahead, what are your future goals, both in terms of your medical career as well as your spiritual journey?
So balance is the key. My physical career is definitely going on good and high, and I aim to develop and create some more wonderful talent. But more and more now, besides my interventional work, my research work is gaining momentum. And today we are using artificial intelligence, genomics, and power of meditation to heal people like you, people of healthcare workers, people who are coming to our hospital, and a common man, and telling them that this is the world where we are creating only intellectual fools. We have to create emotionally charged and emotionally stable people. Life is not just about success. My today aim is to train our younger generation, train our people, train our patients also, their relatives also, and live a life which is full of abundance, which is full of joy, which is full of happiness. Taking care of their minds also. By practicing meditation, we allow them that the medicines that are required are significantly decreased, and they're able to remain happy and healthy in their life. That is the essence, that is the power that I want to create in their minds, and scientifically based, evidence-based practice that I would like to do. All these things are happening only and only when I'm able to enhance my own spiritual skills. And that is an integral part of my life. So my typical day starts with Raj Yoga meditation. It ends with Raj Yoga meditation. I'm reading wonderful scriptures and wonderful points to energize my mind and also my soul. So that's an integral part. So it's not just, the both are working parallelly. No, they are working merged with each other synergistically. That is what is important. So science and spirituality are not in antagonism. I try to be a perfect blend of both science and spirituality in my life. And that has really helped me. And that is what has helped me to come out of all these turmoils. And today also, I'm helping people to come out of these situations in a more beautiful and a powerful way. Meditation is key. Both are complementing each other.
Wishing you continued success, Doc. We would want to see more of you, more of your learnings to be spread across the humanity. This show is all about creating ribbons of inspiration. Before we close, I ask all of my guests, what's their Inspire Someone Today message to all the listeners? And what's your Inspire Someone Today message to all of us?
My only message to you is in one line, that today is going to be the first day of rest of your life. It's only up to you that from today how you live your life. If you design your thoughts, if you change your thoughts, if you transform your thoughts, if you change your belief system, if you change the way you think, your life can go in a whole new world. It's completely up to you. It's only single thought. The power of one thought can create miracles. And today and now is the time. If you change now, your life is going to be completely beautiful and wonderful. It's a conscious choice, and this is what we call it as creating a conscious future.
Creating a conscious future with that small little thought is what will help each one of us in our transformative journey. On that note, Dr. Mohit Gupta, thank you so much for sharing your pearls of wisdom with me and my listeners. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Inspire Someone Today. This is Srikanth, your host, signing off. Until next time, continue to carry the ripples of inspiration. Stay inspired, keep spreading the light.